Hello, bonjour, bonsoir, konbanwa, whatever time it may be. Welcome back to Potionomics. I have to remember what the heck I was doing. I know I left off at night because I didn't want to get roped into a cutscene right away. Give me 1 second here. I'm just going to be off mic for a sec, but I'm just going to be poking around my potions in the meantime. So if you will excuse the silence for a moment. Okay, I'm back on mic. Sorry about that. Hang on, I guess I've set this to brew already. I was thinking, why did I set it to brew but not add any stuff into, I keep wanting to call him Calcifer, not Calcifer. Yeah, it seems like I can't add more fuel, so I guess I already started this even though it's subpar. I just have to pray that I get the stuff that I need for a potent enough thunder tonic. And then I don't have enough space in this cauldron, I think, to make adequate progress on either of these to get them to the grand level. So I'm going to have to wait till my other cauldron's free. Why didn't I put fuel into it? What was I thinking? Anyway, at least I don't think so. Because like how many Magimins are in my other cauldron here? Yeah, 244, and even then we're not quite at the threshold that I need. I really need ingredients that just have more Magimins, period. So I guess I can just make something good old fire tonic just for cheap until I can get my other cauldron free. Why did I put fuel in it? I was a fool. Yeah, 63% stress. Oh, you know what? I think I saved here because I was going to have Sylvia turn in early to get rid of some of the stress. But I could still get something brewing, I think. Yeah, something to keep Vendi busy. Sunday you got to see someone get introduced to the new Mario Kart 8 courses where all the chomps get unchained, like London and Peach's Garden. What did they think of it? I hope they found it delightfully unhinged. Let me use my cheap stuff. Why do I have everything in like weird amounts? This is not helpful to me. Flesh. I love flesh. Do I have an A that's worth 6 somewhere? Oh, this one's worth 6, okay. Then I can just put in flesh. Oh, crap. It's A and C. I was thinking it's A and B, and I'm sure you're all, why is she looking at the B's? Because this is just the kind of day I've been having, okay? Okay, there we go. Let's brew minor fire tonic. Perfect, bam, wonderful. You haven't played Pokemon because you tend to play Salmon Run until you win or get a chunky boy, then switch over. But your runs haven't been going so hot and you're too tired for Pokemon when you start. Sometimes I see you playing Salmon Run and I think, oh, I want to join Andorra, but you can't queue up with someone in the middle of Salmon Run like you can Turf, which is unfortunate. They crashed into a bunch of chain chomps and found Peach's garden very confusing, which, yeah. I mean, the fact it goes in reverse on the last lap in this iteration is pretty cool. Okay, I'm gonna end the day and get rid of some of that stress. You got a video of yourself. Hang on. She's in danger. And it's my fault. Really? Is it Owl? If that is your name. I mean, of course it is. What am I saying? Sack of slime, or as it's known in some vernaculars, Quinn. You got a video of yourself being hit with 2 blue shells at the same time. And then you eye-framing through a blue shell because you had just been hit by a separate blue shell. The whole town seems on edge since Boss Finn started throwing his weight around. Have you noticed? I've noticed that you seem concerned. Shouldn't I be? Roxanne's bark was always worse than her bite. Horsack was more misanthropic than malicious. But something about this guy feels different, Owl. What if I don't have what it takes? I wouldn't worry about that. I'm certain you're more than capable, and, well, it's awful that you're in this situation, that's for certain. For certain! But really, it isn't anyone's fault, per se, and... Wait, what was the question again? What's going on with you? You seem less articulate than usual. Well, I don't like seeing you this way. I suppose I've grown accustomed to your bravado. It's made it easier to ignore the full gravity of your situation. A situation for which I'm, well, partly to blame. Just a little. How so? You must have guessed by now, or at least suspected. My name, my true name, it isn't Owl. It's Oswald. Oh my God. Who could have foreseen? What? Uncle Oswald? It's really you, isn't it? I'm afraid so. But how? How is that possible? It's quite a story, but most of what I've told you is true. My debt had grown beyond my control. I was desperate for money. So I set out for Maven's Castle. And I made it, Sylvia. Thanks to my potions, I was the first in decades to set foot there. But I set that foot right in a booby trap. Some strange runic circle charged with transmogrifying magics. One moment, I was a handsome, broad-shouldered gentleman with a winning smile, and quite tall. Good grief. And the next moment, I was... this. I was horrified and confused. I could think of nothing else but how to undo my transformation. I fled that place and returned to the shop. And that's when I realized everyone believed I was dead. Everyone, including a certain debt collector. And despite my unusual circumstances, I breathed a sigh of relief, because I finally felt safe. How nice for you. Less great for me, though. Putting you in my will, I thought I was doing a good thing. A generous thing. I didn't think it through. You must know that's true. As desperate as I was, I never would have chosen to burden you with all this. Then you should have told me this sooner. You should have been honest. And you definitely should have spoken up when Helen came for me. You're right. You're right about that. I regret my inaction at that moment, Sylvia. More than I can say. If I were smart, I'd turn you over to her right now. This debt is your responsibility. I shouldn't even be in this mess. But I've invested so much in this shop. It's mine now. And I won't let Helen repossess it over your breach of contract. Thank you, Sylvia. Thank you for not handing me over to her. For giving me another chance. I didn't say anything about giving you another chance. The last thing I need around here is a business partner who's been lying to my face. Owl. But Sylvia, I'm going to beat Boss Finn. I'm going to pay off this debt to save myself and my shop from the clutches of the bank. And I'm going to do it on my own. No big deal, though. It turns out, in every way that matters, I've been on my own from the start. No, that isn't... I understand. I suppose I'll give you some space. Oof. And then this cheerful music. Oh dear, drama. Who could have foreseen? You really hope that Maven is the dopey lizard? God, I hope so. I mean, her name's May. And now, clearly, it's been proven she can transmogrify people, so maybe she tripped and fell into one of her own runes. I don't know. You done goofed, Oswald. Shifting winds have made the town smell strongly of the swamp. Perfumes are no longer a luxury. They're essential. If only I could get Roxanne's, I was going to say blessing, it's not quite right, but her glamours, and then apply it today, but I think they only take effect the next business day. An avalanche has revealed a previously untouched ravine nestled among the mountains, but the falling rocks shattered a portion of the crystalline forest. Interesting, okay. The forest has weaker monsters, though. Boy, our stress is still, like, astronomically high. If I open the shop, I need to get some Luna cards in my deck. Hello, Darth. She forgot to equip the Darius emblem before stepping on a trap, and now everyone is scattered, and also animals. Today we shove things in Vendy and go party with people. That might be wise. I mean, especially because I'm waiting for this to fit. Did I not hit the brew button yesterday? I thought I did. Oh my... Okay, well... I just wasted that time. Heck. I wonder if there's anything I can do to, like, add 4 A's in there. Do I have an A that's worth 4? Maybe? This is 6. That's 4, but that's a B. Heck. Does this, like, balance it any better? Not really. But there's more Magimins, so whatever. Can't believe I thought I hit brew, and I didn't. I was a fool. Yes, I am embarrassed. Thank you. Okay, so if we go hang out with people today, doing that will take at least a couple blocks. So let's get this down to 2. And then cross our digits that we get. Is this good enough, though? With a chance of gaining a bonus star. That's a problem, because I need a grand stamina potion that's at least 3 stars. I mean, is it even worth doing this? That's the thing, isn't it? I don't know if it is. Hang on before I commit. What am I gonna use this for? Like, nothing uses more than 3 Magimins, I think. I could give it to a slime, maybe? Yeah, there's nothing I can really put in here to make it better, which is unfortunate. That doesn't really change the outcome for me. Oh, but I get 4 of them. Okay, you know what? Heck with it. Let's just brew it. Okay. Frankly, you're surprised that Oswald didn't turn himself into an owl on purpose to fake his death. Yeah, like, I was thinking the same thing, honestly. Like, that just feels like something he would have done. But no, totally an accident, and it just happened to work out for him. How lucky for you. Okay, let's see. Arrange potions, Vendi. Alright. I'm just gonna dump the fire tonics in here, because it's all 10 of them? Oh. It says I've got 10, but if I click on it, is that like some... Is it selling both of them? I guess it's selling both of them. Like, can I not just, like, take out some of them? Is that not an option? Oh, okay, I can. Just so I have, you know, some for adventurers and to put in the shop. Okay, good enough. Thank you. Oswald is less of a dirtbag and more of an idiot than we thought. Bless. Okay, let's head out. Okay. So many options here. Let's see what's up with Baptiste and what he's got available. The quest was a success. Cool. Chardonnay? Oh. Again, I don't know what I'd use this for because all the different Badgermans. Creeping mildew. It's got a cute little face. Poison quartz. Scimitar crab shell. Alright. That's got to be like from my Pokemon. Owls are not very smart birds, so it makes sense. That's true. Baptiste do have missed his perfectly arranged face. Now here's a nose that hasn't been broken, but there's still time. Acid rutabaga? Lustrous pearl. Oh, these are so expensive. Silver stag antler. I want that rare ingredient, so I'm just gonna ruin the ecosystem just a little bit. Just a little bit. This is expensive, so I'm just gonna get one. What are the traits? 64. Ooh, 64 C's. That's pretty good. 48 B's. I'm gonna have to actually get a little more of these and disrupt the ecosystem even more. I mean, that's good too, but that's so expensive. Oh. Yeah, okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, hydrate. I'm gonna do that. Thank you. There we go. Okay. It's not your basic rutabaga. Also, hello, Claire. What did you like? Flowers? Can I sort by, like, least rare? Yeah, here we go. What's the cheapest flower I got? Here you go. I am an excellent gift giver. Thanks. Oh, and we can hang out or we can rank up. Ooh, I'm going to rank up with Baptiste. I mean, why not? We're here. I also want to know about the crab weapons triangle. Although recent editions of crab have deprecated the weapons triangle. Sylvia, I'm troubled, and I could use a spot of advice. I overheard some of my people. They were questioning my qualifications. They suggested that I'm only good for pushing papers, that I have no idea what it's like to do what they do. And after I found such marvels at the market, too, I thought for certain the instantaneous coffee would win them over. I can't believe I forgot about the Commodore's coffee. My God, he really is Tamaki. I mean, even like the hair, like he could get himself a bottle of bleach. I think he could cosplay a pretty good Tamaki. I need the heroes in my employ to respect me if I'm to have any hope of keeping our numbers up. But I'm unsure how to go about earning that respect. Punish them! Sword crab beats axe crab beats lance crab beats sword crab, and all three of them lose to lobsters. So what's the oceanic equivalent of like a Pegasus Knight or a Wyvern Rider? Like you're riding a seahorse? I think you should go on patrol with them. Does anybody have a thought? Let's go on patrol. Go on patrol! Show them you're not asking them to take on any risk you wouldn't take yourself. Exactly, Sylvia, exactly. Lead by example, eh? I think I like the idea. I think I like it quite a lot. I have to prove that I understand the danger. Only then will I have the right to send others into the line of fire. I confess I'd rather spend the day catching up on chores, but sometimes there can be no forward momentum without first giving up some ground. I suppose that's a technique you could use in your own negotiations. Oh, and this art is so cute. He looks less punchable here. Raise interest to the next level. Permanently block the highest available level of interest. I guess that could work like if you're not going to make it to the end. So, you just cut your losses. Mermaids or clerics. Suggest drinks since he's a bartender. I was thinking that as well, but then I feel like, I don't know, would you want to get drinks with this clueless rich guy who, means well, but so much for his unbroken nose. Yeah, no kidding. My whole life is about compromise. Then I hope you won't put up too much of a fight when I insist you join me on patrol. Onward! Oh, we're just going now? Okay. It's not so bad out here, is it? I mean, there's an awful lot of dirt, but so far nothing's tried to eat us. But hold! What's that rustling in yonder bush? Fear not, my lady. I shall protect you. Baptiste steps in front of Sylvia just as a slime leaps into the clearing. Sylvia freezes, unsure what to do. She has no experience fighting slimes, but neither does Baptiste. Should she help somehow? Before Sylvia can act, Baptiste pulls a pair of daggers from his boots. He lunges forward, slashing with his twin blades. The slime is cut to oozy ribbons in a matter of seconds. Well, I wasn't expecting to run into trouble quite so soon, but consider it dispatched. I mean, not only do I have to pick the idiot flirty option, but the fact that you see somebody use 2 daggers, because, if one sword has the power of 100, 2 swords has the power of 200, to cut a tiny little slime to ribbons when you could probably just, step on it with equal results, and going, that's hot, is comedy on another level. Alright. That was hot. I enjoyed watching you leap into action like that. No brain cells, nothing going on up there. Bless you, Sylvia. And knowing you were watching made me feel bold. Now let me harvest anything that might be of use from the remains. And then, we picnic. Is a picnic usually part of patrol duty? Well, no, but I think I've sufficiently proven myself. And there's no sense in letting the caviar I brought go bad. Oh, up till now I've only ever used fish eggs for potions. Then that settles it. We must picnic forthwith. Because caviar can turn quickly. And what a shame it would be for us to vanquish a slimy foe. Only to be vanquished in turn by spoilt roe. This man is so much fancy Waluigi action. Incredible. Thank you, Baptiste. The characters in this game rule. Yeah, I don't think this plan is going to make your employee respect you either. But Sylvia respects you, and that's worth something, right? I keep missing looking at her phone screen to see the crack that's apparently on it. Maybe she go... Oh, this crack. I was looking at this phone, but I wrote this one. No wonder I could never spy it. He had 2 knives and caviar. Well... I have sight enhancers, don't I? You know what? Let's do it. Let's do this. Because I have a couple. And then I can always make more. The market will bend to your wishes. Oh, my fey berries. Oh, we can rank up with Luna too. Well, let's go around and see what everyone else has to offer first. If you get a drink from Baptiste, you're getting a tall glass of instant coffee. Okay, I guess here are all my spoils. Oh, I got a Chivo for this, an appetite for business. Maybe because I fed them like X number of ingredients or something. Okay, I'm gonna get some more Fey berries. Just because they're good. They're cheap. Let me see what I need for sight enhancers so I can... Okay, A, B, and C. Okay, and then it's mostly B's, A's, and C's are mixed. Okay, or balanced rather. Let's see if I can filter A. Bramble Rose. How long is that? I think the good smell thing is only going on for a day, unfortunately. Is instant coffee that bad? Well, I think it depends where you get it. But it tends to be gritty, I think. But then I'm not an instant coffee drinker. I don't really drink coffee very often. I like espresso actually, but I don't drink espresso straight up. I'm not hardcore enough for that. Nothing's on sale, is it? I don't think so, but no. Not here anyway. I'm just gonna 40 and 20. Anyway, I don't drink my espressos straight up. I like iced lattes, or flat whites are good. They have to be made well though, is the thing. I'm very fussy about like how the milk is steamed. And I don't like any sweetener or sugar in my drinks. If you do, I respect that, but personally I can't do sugary stuff. I'm gonna get some of these too. Let me see. C's. Oh yeah, I should get another one of these for Roxanne. Swampfish is so friend-shaped. A lot of like the fish creatures here are friend-shaped, and or the slimes too. Like, do you think slimes are sentient? Or sapients, perhaps, is a better way of saying it. Knifey Spoony. Is there anything I want to get right now? I don't have any, like, good E's available still, do I? I need to get more of these. Oh, it's all my money. Heck, all my money. Sequin custard. This art is so cute. Oh, Craig Crab has more Magimins, but it's also more money. I'm gonna buy one, just because you can only buy like one a day. That's so sad. Alright, time for your slime. Giving diamonds to your evil roommate. It's fine. It's not weird. We have an understanding. Ranking up doesn't decrease stress, so a regular hangout is a good investment of time at this juncture. Oh, you know, that's a good idea too. Can't afford anything, but I have a rock for you. Ooh, it sparkles. Oh, I could rank up with Roxanne too. I don't really have much money. I could just ply people with gifts while I can. In the meantime, do folks want to hang out with Luna or Roxanne? Okay. What's like cheap stuff? There we go. There we go. I do have many friendships on the boil today. It's like juggling social links in the Persona games, but a little easier because I can just give someone like a cool rock or a bone. I don't have to answer questions to try and appease them. Oh, you liked that root. but I don't really have any. I bought more berries. Yeah, they're here. It's not the best, but better than a kick in the teeth, right? Muktuk's double thumbs up is cute. Meow 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 meow. Oh man, this song is just gonna get stuck in my head. Oh, do I not have anything except this the dwarf kraken that I need? I might have to hold off on plying people with gifts right now, just because I don't have much to go around. I guess I can hang out with someone in the meantime too and try to build some more points with them. Which by which I mean Quinn. Is that okay with everyone? Though I think I've already done Quinn's like second. Yeah, I've already seen this. Let's see. That would use a lot of, and I wouldn't be able to open the shop is the thing. I kind of want to open the shop today. I mean, I got Luna's cards. I can stack in Luna's cards. Let's see if that helps. I'm thinking Roxanne or Luna. Roxanne or Luna? Whose 2-unit hangout haven't I done? Actually, I haven't done anyone's except Quinn. So if there's a 2-unit hangout anyone would like to see, please let me know. You know, I'm gonna go hang out with Roxanne because last time we got up to some shady ventures with Quinn, and clearly Roxanne is a paragon of virtue, by which I mean she's also up to some shady stuff, so I'd like to do some more crimes with Roxanne, hopefully. Now this is what I needed. A break from the shop and from the endless demands of customers. An opportunity to be pampered again. Why don't you join me for a manicure? I'm not sure I see the point when we both wear gloves all day. Ah, but that's the thing, Sylvia. We aren't doing this for other people. This is just for us. Roxanne leads the way to a loco spa, where she settles into a cushy seat and invites Sylvia to sit beside her. Sylvia is skeptical, but she settles in and removes her gloves. A nail technician sits across from her and makes light small talk while she brushes a waxy substance over Sylvia's nails. It's pleasant, relaxing. So this is what it's like to be pampered. A drilling noise jolts her from her daydream. The multiple techs working on Roxanne's nails have brought out some heavy equipment. The results are dramatic. I asked for the Glitzkrieg treatment. Gold plating, embedded gemstones, and nails sharpened to a deadly point. Wow, that is a lot. Oh, this is nothing. Just wait until you see the pedicure I get tomorrow. Tomorrow? You must really be rolling in dough. If a life of uncertain fortunes has taught me anything, it's to spend it while you got it. And I might not have it for long. I've got my eye on an upcoming pirate jamboree. The cover charge is extravagant, but stealing from other partygoers is encouraged, so who knows? I might come out ahead in the end. Sounds pretty intense. There's truly no party like a pirate party. They tend to be dark and claustrophobic, and the more bodies you can cram on board, the hotter it gets. It's like a little slice of the underworld on the high seas. The only problem is I'll need someone to mind the shop while I'm away. While you're away? How long is this party exactly? Oh, it's impossible to predict. They can run for weeks. Weeks? You can't just leave your business behind for that long. You'll lose all your customers. You'd have to start over from scratch. And don't you have an exam coming up? You're supposed to be getting your business license. Maybe I've changed my mind. Maybe I'm not cut out for staying in one place. I don't think she would like it if we called her weak. I also want to see Roxanne at a cat party picking everyone's pockets. That's just an incredible concept. Like a party where you know you're going to be burgled, well, not burgled, pickpocketed constantly. And it's like a challenge of trying to outmaneuver one another.
Resisting temptation is a sign of strength. Consider this a test of your commitment.
A test, is it? I do have a bit of a competitive streak. You may have noticed.
Oh, I've noticed.
I suppose I've got something to prove, and I can best do it by maintaining and exceeding my current level of success, even if it comes at the expense of a party or two. And since you're one of these customers I'm supposed to be bending over backwards for, here you go. A coupon, just for you.
Cool, thanks. Consider me a satisfied customer.
Think nothing of it, but I should head home now. I have responsibilities, after all. I gotta pick the dumb flirty option.
Responsibility looks good on you. I'm sort of into it.
Don't get too used to it. I'm hoping it's just a phase. Besides, there will be other parties. Play your cards right, and maybe next time I'll bring you along. Just so we can get robbed blind. I mean, obviously. Sylvia guilting Roxanne into being slightly less horrible, and Roxanne being mad about it, but doing it anyway. Clearly she's into dinguses. Alright, I don't really have enough money to do anything here, so... Oh yeah, my license was upgraded, but I can't afford to send you anywhere new. I want to explore these in like Hollow Knight or something. I bet you can. Silence Cure, huh? Man, these are so expensive even with the discount. You know, I kind of want to use a slot and also hang out with Luna. I don't think I'm a coupon tier. Boy, I'm going to feel dumb if I am a coupon tier. I feel like I need one more to get a coupon just because her cards play up stress. So if my stress is already high, you know. I think I can open the shop and then just end early. I feel like it'd be more efficient than hanging out, because these don't really lower that much. Everyone here is into dinguses because dinguses are the only people around. You get dinguses and criminals.
It feels good to stretch my wings. I pulled an all-nighter last night. I feel like I've earned an ice cream. That's ice cream with air quotes. I'm lactose intolerant, but I make do.
Luna orders a cup of shaved ice. Out of an array of flavored syrups, she selects the coffee flavor. Then she offers to pay extra for an additional few pumps of it. Then she asks them to pour an espresso on top.
That's basically just iced coffee at this point. Oh, iced coffee sounds delicious. Let's hit the cafe on our way back. But first, I have some news I wanted to share with you. It's big news. And as soon as it happened, all I can think about was telling you all about it. I have this funny feeling that good news will be even sweeter in your company. Sort of like this shaved ice, actually. I'm all ears. Well, you know how I've been going door to door to door in my effort to sign up clients? Of course you know that. That's how we met. Anyway, all that legwork paid off. I've got a brand new client. A big one. And this client? They came to me.
I don't know if, like, is this the dumb flirty option? I don't know if Sylvia's like, should I be jealous? Or,
should I be jealous? Are they stealing my business?
Let's say congrats, just because I don't know how she's going to phrase this, and I don't want to be mean to Luna.
Congrats! That's gotta feel good. It sure does. Now I get to shift from actively growing my list of clients to really focusing on the ones I've got. You, for instance. I don't want you to worry. I'm not going anywhere. So, who's the client? Oh, well, I actually can't say much until it's official. There's a trial period so they can be sure they like my work before committing to anything. I had to sign an NDA. It was super exciting. You are getting paid though, right? During this trial period? Yeah, that was my fear as well. Well, no. But the work I'm putting in now will really pay off in the long run.
That sounds really fishy. Yeah, second option makes it sound more like we're talking about me rather than Luna. That just seems rude. She's getting paid in exposure. Well, I mean, she is a moth. Technically speaking, she loves exposure.
That sounds fishy. Are you sure they aren't taking advantage of you? I appreciate your concern, but this is nothing I haven't seen before. There's no reason to worry. This client vets the people they work with, same as me. I'm sure I'll pass muster. And bonus, my parents will be so proud.
Do your parents keep up with what you're doing?
Oh yes, Mom and Pop are very invested in my career. They check in for updates pretty regularly. I think it's hard for them. I'm the first in my family to move away from our hometown. And there's a lot of us. I have 85 siblings.
Wait, really?
That's incredible. It's not so unusual for moths. What's incredible is how accomplished all of them are. Among us, there are 12 doctors, twice as many lawyers. I get all the updates from my parents. They're really proud of my brothers and sisters.
And of you too, right?
You know, I think they're getting there. Like I said, the distance is hard on them. They worry about me. But when the deal with this client gets announced, oh, Sylvia, they'll be overjoyed.
I'm happy for you, Luna.
Thank you. And like I said, don't worry about a thing. I remain committed to the high level of service you've come to expect from me. In fact, I've got a coupon here just for you.
Oops. Oh well. Live and learn, hanging on the edge of tomorrow and all that. Imagine having to come up with 86 baby names. Yeah, how would you name 86 children?
A coupon? Wow, you really do get me. I knew you'd like it. I pride myself on client care after all.
Evening greetings from a fox outside your window. Hello, fox. Tell them, ah. Well, I feel a little silly that I spent precious marketing money. You know what? I think you're right. I'm gonna go back to the shop, and then I'm not gonna open it. I'm just gonna end the day early, which should take off, I think, 30 stress? From your experience of growing up Greek, you just name all the kids after a grandparent of the same gender. So what, do you just put like the first, the second, the third, the fourth, etc., etc.? It says blah. I've never heard a fox in real life. Like, I've heard the sounds they make through videos, but I've never actually encountered the sound of one yelling, because I don't live near here. Heard coyotes, though. You know, I wonder, even if we don't get the 3 stars, I wonder if we could still theoretically enter it in the competition and just haggle well enough to get a higher price than our opponent. Luna's full name is Luna45, so they're all done like MySpace names. Her name is XX underscore Luna underscore XX 85. You knew a girl in high school whose dad had 6 brothers and all 7 brothers were named Hector? Really? Did they go by, like, say their middle names? I don't know if it's a common thing. I think it might be, it's like, I don't know if it's like English or Scottish or Welsh or something from the UK, but on my dad's side of the family, a lot of the men go by their middle names and not their first name. So they can kind of tell when correspondence is impersonal, when it's addressed to their first name and not their middle name, which is the one they actually go by. 7 hectares. That's so many hectares. I had a Gallade in Pokemon. Was it Platinum? It was Platinum named Hector. Psychic types always kind of disappoint me, though. Okay. So, A, B, C. I've got something that's all 3, yeah? It's got D on it, though. But I can use my eel. And I've got cubic ooze. I mean, it's a valuable ingredient, I guess. Okay, B is... It's got D in it. And then A's and C's. Do I have any that's both? Got this thing. And then still not great. If I took something out, maybe. Oh, I just unbalanced that. Whoops, that was the opposite. What I meant to do. Well, maybe I can use a more potent B in here. Still chance of gaining 1 additional star. I don't think. Thinking here, let me... And then just put in something that's more valuable. Well, it's a greater sight enhancer. I'm thinking too hard about this and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I just don't want to use up my good stuff. Yeah, whatever. No, it's not enough for tear up. Okay, heck. There we go. Okay, okay. Let me brew this. That took entirely too long. Okay. Okay, and then that can go overnight. Okay, let's brew this. Whoop. George Foreman named all his kids George? Why? I mean, if you have that many kids to name, surely you can afford to get a little creative, right? Your mom tells you that she didn't name you Henry because your dad was Henry III, Grandpa was Henry II, and she didn't want any of your children to eventually be Henry VIII. Got a friend whose whose little bro is an Andrew VII. I just naturally said title. Because I thought, yeah, that's a title. So, like, does he sign his correspondence like Andrew and then the Roman numeral 7? I feel like I just don't have enough high Magiman things, again, to make what I need, which is irksome. Something about this music is very Professor Layton. I don't know why, it just is. Herg, I'm so close. Herg. I mean, only a chance of a potion gaining another star, too, which is a problem. And that's not gonna help. 27, that's 24. I'm gonna use the beat. That makes more sense. It's still, like, just barely not enough. Ooh, that's irritating. George 5-man, George 6-man, George 7-man. Definitely people who do use them in signatures. You've seen it at work. Fancy. Do I not have, like, any more valuable bees? Like, it's got an E in it. Heck. I don't. What if I should table this until I've got a better bee? I think I'm going to try and get some better bees tomorrow. So, I will, let's see, so I'll head out first thing in the morning. I will acquire some better bees. Hopefully I can get some from Quinn and from whatever Baptiste brings back. And then I can go back, start something brewing, and open the shop. That is my plan. Okay. But I've got the other one. Other one is brewing. Okay. Not the bees. Andrew the Seventh sound like the name of some kind of random weird band. What would they play? What kind of music would Andrew the Seventh play? You also knew a guy who was some named the Third. Not important what his actual name was. He just went by Trez. Oh, he's gone. I guess he feels guilt and shame. I hope we're not going to have to, like, go rescue him from somewhere. Math rock, yeah. What is laundromat softcore? I know my own YouTube recommendations, I've said before, have been getting increasingly unhinged. I get a lot of breakcore recs now. Yeah, maybe he's being sad in the forest. I guess Oswald really cleared out of here. I kind of hope that he's gone to the Heroes Guild and he's, like, just getting blackout drunk and Baptiste is just serving shots to an owl and just not questioning it. Oh, speak of the devil. Hello, Sylvia. Nice day, isn't it?
It's definitely a great day to buy a potion. See anything you like?
Well, it's easy to see how you've advanced so far on the competition circuit. Those festival days are just so frantic. I'm sorry we haven't had a chance to talk before now, but guild business compelled me to drop in on you today. I wanted to let you know about an issue that some of the heroes have been having with a certain potion maker.
Uh-oh. Is everything okay?
From what I can gather, some intrepid entrepreneur has been patent trolling. He is currently claiming the exclusive right to buy, sell, and trade a whole range of potions upon the Isle of Rafta.
What? But that's absurd! Nobody has the right to do that. And I have no intention of honoring some arbitrary restriction about what I'm allowed to sell.
Good for you. In fact, I've made an appeal to the authorities myself. Unfortunately, the perpetrator has two things going for him: dark magic and red tape. The patent he has imposed is magical in nature, meaning you couldn't break it if you tried. And it could be weeks before the Central Commission reviews all the paperwork and makes a ruling on the matter.
This is a disaster. Weeks? I'm not sure my business can hold out that long. Boss Finn must be the one behind this. He's trying to beat me before we even get to the competition.
You guessed it right. But you're not the only one he's hurting with this move. As you must know, my heroes frequent the local potion shops. Now that Boss Finn has got a stranglehold on the market, they're forced to go to him. And he's able to charge exorbitant fees.
So now he's gonna be smarmy and rich. What a great combination. He's definitely not making it easy for me. But this only makes me more determined to beat him.
I had a feeling you'd say as much. And keep in mind, the restriction on selling potions does not extend to the gifting of potions. So if you were to send a hero out on an adventure, you're free to outfit them with potions as usual. Thus, it behooves me to mention that, even in this time of uncertainty, the Heroes Guild remains open for all your adventuring needs.
Well, I've got to admire that hustle.
So wait, I buy that marketing package from Luna and I can't use it? Con crud. Alright. Okay, that's still going. Glasses are for nerds. Luna has swallowed her pride, reluctantly offering an advertisement that encourages social outcasts to ditch their lenses for potions. Okay. Boy, it feels so weird without Owl here. At least our stress has gone down, so we've only got the 1,000-yard stare. Only. Yeah, Baptiste, is this your problem? Because we are making it your problem. There's only room for one smarmy rich guy on this island, and his name is Baptiste. Correct. Disney involved in this copyright issue too, no doubt. Okay, well, I got the greater sight enhancers. That's something. Okay. I need to get some bees. Some bee meringues to the face, which is what I would like to do to Finn. Only one smarmy rich guy whose major talent is paper pushing. I gotta shop for some bees. Okay, let's see what Baptiste has brought for me, because I've spent so much money on this. What do you got for me, fancy boy? Ooh. Acid rutabaga. Ember of mana. Wow, that's so many Magimins. I just remembered I have the dang slime garden that can dupe ingredients. I totally forgot about that. Lustrous pearl. Shallow grave enoki. Cool, love weird mushrooms. Well, I don't even know what I'd use this for. It feels like too good to use. Like maximum rarity. And I got a weird mushroom. That's a lot of Magimins, but again, I'm not sure what to use it on. Okay, well that's a lot of bees for the acid rutabaga. That's good. Let me go to Quinn first before I spend any money on ventures. You read Beamerang and had to make the sound effect. I do have the physical edition of Bug Fables from the collector's edition. I want to play it again. Actually, wait. Let me give you stuff before I forget to do it. Have some pure mana and like a weird mushroom, I guess. Beer meringue. Chuck the Ember of Mana and Space Grapes into a cauldron. What potion are you getting? I don't know, but it smells expensive. You could sell that to Baptiste, I'm sure. Just gotta put the right spin on it. Okay. Woof. Expensive. Okay. Wow. That's so much money for some poison quartz. It's B's and D's and I need for it, yeah? Yeah, B's and D's, so I could make use of the Daredevil pepper. Maybe I'll get some of these. Oh god, that's so expensive. Ooh. Ooh. Tonic spore. And the reef radishes are good too. How is the mouthfeel, Quinn? What is the terroir? I've never I've never had to say that out loud. Oh no. Fake Canadian tripping over her French. I've still got a bunch of those, so... Still not a lot of D's readily available, which is a bit of a shame. At least I got the melons. Let me have another look for Thunder Tonic. Stamina, so A and E. I don't know if I have enough worthwhile E's. Because again, it's got C's in it. Yeah, the only... I could use the Creeping Mildew if I could afford it, but... Really, just the crab. That one's fresh, you're pretty sure. Well, I won't worry about that for now. Let me just get some more, like, slime and stuff. So I have gifts for people. I still have Fey berries. Okay, yeah, I've got 4. Give me your cheapest wares, thank you. Give a couple of these for the cats, and then a couple of these for Saffron. Get a cool rock for Roxanne. Okay. Ends more like rar. Okay, tarar. I am butchering that utterly. I am embarrassed to call myself Canadian. See, I know in wine tastings you're supposed to spit the wine out so you don't get sloshed midway through the night, but that always seemed like a waste to me. And kind of gross. Yeah, instead of detecting earthly undertones, Quinn's just outright eating them. Tastes of dirt. Okay, there you go. Have to give offerings to the cats, even though I can't afford your loot boxes. Get me a hat for Team Fortress 2. I don't know about the full gamut of hats you can get in Team Fortress 2 because I've never gotten to play it. Can you get a witch hat? I don't know. I mean, I could go either way on what I know about that game. It seems very silly. But I also just wouldn't want to play with randos. Too stressful. Oh, I know. I hate typing online on my phone. It just, you know, I tried to write Charmander the other day, and my phone auto-corrected it to Charmander in all caps with an exclamation mark. My phone was really hyped for Charmander. I don't know why. I mean, I like Charmander. I don't blame it for getting hype over Charmander. It was just surprising. I mean, Charmander and not Bulbasaur, because that's what I would get hyped for. I guess I'll give Roxanne her rock. If only we could hire the cats to persuade the competition to drop out. I want to see Salt and Pepper versus Boss Finn. I suppose I deserve something nice. That's like your whole life philosophy is just that, yes, I do deserve something nice. Thank you. I have no idea what Sid likes. I guess I could give them something. Your phone learned your way of spelling office, which is da office, in exactly that capitalization. Saying it verbally just isn't the same. What do you like, Sid? Do you also like plants, slime, fish, fruit? You won't refuse. Well, good enough, I guess. I can rank up as Sid. I want to open the shop, though. But more cards. Heck with it. Let's just do it.
I'm ready for a break, sure. So, do I look any different? Because you're talking to a woman who's fought monsters and lived to tell the tale. Sid, amazing! Tell me more. Hooked, eh? It's the first rule of bardic storytelling. Start with a strong opening act. Cool. Okay, so it's kind of like those Luna cards that you can only play right at the beginning. Oh, except it's not at the very, very beginning. It looks like it can be only, or you can play it at any time, I think. Okay. Customer cannot gain shield. Oh. So it's a slightly weaker plant the seed, but customers also can't gain shield, which is pretty good. Yeah, alright. That would work for selling potions too. But don't leave me wondering, what's it been like starting out as a hero? You know, in some ways, it's just exactly how the songs and stories describe it. And yet, somehow, it's not at all what I was expecting. Come on, I promise I'll tell you all about it, but let's walk while we talk.
Yeah, Baptiste has also fought a monster and lived to tell the tale, Sid. Baptiste.
This spot looks safe enough. We better not go any farther. I'm reasonably sure I could protect you in a pinch, but better not put it to the test so soon.
I have to pick the idiot flirty option.
I feel safe with you, and it might be fun to see you in action. If that's the key to impressing you, I'll try to find a slime to kick around. Yeah, no, we've seen that already. I'm not impressed. That sounds too easy. The way I heard it, you vanquished a few monsters already. Is that what I said? Because monsters might have been overstating things a little. But there were rodents with insectoid eyes and spitting songbirds, and the flowers said some very hurtful things. I guess most of the creatures I've encountered so far were less monsters than pests. I mean, yeah. Sounds like some of my customers. They're not lethal, but they'll ruin your day if you let them. Present company excluded, I hope. But you're right to see the similarities. There's a common link between adventuring and entrepreneurship. In either case, you've got to be bold. I'll admit I've got a whole new appreciation for heroes. I'd always sort of pegged the ballads as hyperbolic. But when you're out here and your blood is pumping, it all feels pretty epic. Think you'll write a ballad of your own? You know, maybe. I'm not sure there's anything new to be said about the life of a hero, but I'll keep an open mind. For now, though, I'm plenty busy. Yeah, me too. I should probably be heading home. I'll walk you back, just in case there are any of those creepy-eyed chipmunks around. That's totally something a hero would say. I think you're getting the hang of it already. You know something, Sylvia? I think you might be right.
Okay. I mean, I guess there's Corsac, but let's just go back. Let's just go back now. Okay, I have bees, so hopefully this is adequate. I like Sid's hair. She has really cool hair, like the color and everything. Let's brew. Okay, let's see. B's and D's. Okay. So I can use these. Good, good. Ina. Okay. B. And then D. What do I got? High D's here. What if I could balance it? Probably not. I don't think I have anything that would be the correct amount of D's. Just, yeah. I get close. Nope. Feels like I could get closer, but not quite. Oh, that's annoying. That's annoying. It's so close. Nah, whatever. That's still good. Okay, this will be good enough. That's 10 brew slots. Wowee, but that's fine. I should get some more wood. There we go, and then I can open the shop, and it'll be ready. Perfect. Do I want to brew anything else in here? I mean, ye old, fire tonics, just good for money. Cheap money. Sure, whatever. Horn jelly. And sack of slime. Do I have any that balance? I do. That doesn't get me any more, so good enough. Okay. There we go. Okay, let's... Do I want to use all this? I don't actually mind letting it go over overnight. If I do 3, and then I'll be able to brew in here before the end of the day. Okay, let's brew this. Oh yeah, more site enhancers into Vendy before the ad campaign wears off. That's true, actually. Let me table this. Glad someone is using their brain here, because I clearly am not. Okay. Okay, and then B. Very stable. There we go. Okay. Good enough. So I guess I'll just put in one more. Put in more kindling, I guess. Yeah, let's have that ready. Okay. Okay. Okay, and then I'm gonna open the shop. This whole video game is like the cake baking in Paper Mario, but I can't put in the cleanser. And if you can't put in the cleanser, what's the point? Press A after exactly 30 seconds. I remember, so, first playing Paper Mario years ago, I remember struggling a bit to get the timing right on the cake. And I actually, my trick was, this was back in the day where you plugged your devices into like the AV jacks in the back of the TV, and you'd have to switch to the correct channel to get the game to show up. And I would switch to the channel that had the TV guide displayed on it, because that had a clock with seconds on it. So I would switch to that, just so I could accurately time the cake. I don't know, like, do I want to put... I guess I don't need the Luna cards that I was thinking, because we're not super stressed. What does Bravado do again? 3 additional interest whenever a card is played. Okay. Our stress isn't that high, so I'm gonna get rid of that, I think. And there we go. Okay. What does the deck builder say with our friendship with Oswald? Oh. Hang on, I haven't even been looking at these. Oh, it's complicated. Oh, well, now his name is correct. I wonder if, like, he has the sort of mustache look as a person. More of their capers. Yeah, capers is a nice way of putting it. There seems to be growing affection beneath the teasing. Push through his creative inertia to seek artistic inspiration in nature. Okay. Recent friend. Okay, so next with the cats is the coupon. Everybody's turning to us for moral support. Oh, I would have thought okay, I've already got mints. I guess the next one is a card. What does this do again? Adapt card. I wonder if this is worth it. Ferocity of the squirrel. I mean, it does last until the end of the current haggle session. I could try that. Let's try getting rid of pressure, and I'll try these. God, I didn't mean to close that. Gotta have the mustache and eyebrows. Okay, yeah, so we've seen everybody's. Okay, I saved that deck, right? Sorry, okay, I did, okay. Just having a moment, let me save. Morri, you're always having a moment. That's true, I am. Okay, let's arrange potions. Oh, you know, I was thinking, oh, I have sight enhancers, and I was looking at these, but it's a drowsiness cure. That's fine. Whatever, let's rake in the dollars. What else can I put up? Potions. Let me actually scoot this over here. Since it's not going to get a boost. Oh, actually, no, this is a 10% price increase. Never mind. I do want the valuable ones over there. Just kidding. I'll just plunk. Plunk. Sure. Okay. Let's... Is there anything I want to plunk in Vendy right now? Sure. I can plunk that in Vendy. Okay. Just put a couple in there for now. Let's haggling! Feels like it's been so long since I've haggled. Oh, wait. I keep forgetting. The gardening. River calamari. Okay. Do I want to put anything in here? Like my few D's or E's? Well, that's right. That won't work because these are only for A's and B's, so, like, never mind. Okay. Whack. That's so cute. That's so dang cute. And then I'll just put an A in there. Any more valuable A's? Nah, not really. Not that isn't already combined with something else, so... Yeah. Wow. That's so dang cute. Like, I'm mad how cute that is. Okay. I did get slimes in pots. Corsat gave them to us. That's like his thing, is he sells us... He gives us slime, so you give them ingredients that have magimens that correspond to their cover and then or color, and then they duplicate them. You can speed up, I think, the time it takes or their output, I forget, by giving them excess ingredients that you don't need, but I'm too cheap to do that. Yeah, his sustainability initiative. So I can haggle, right? I'm not gonna have like an enforcer come in with a pipe and break my knees. Oh man, really? I was like, well, I don't need the Luna cards. Oh man. Ugh. What does that mean? You should have been a tax collector. You take that back, sir. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. He has quite a lot of patience, so I'm gonna, I think, build rapport. And then that. And I will take the shields. Okay. Okay. Opener also apply primed. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Let's pump up. And then maybe hope that I get yelling next turn. Boy, it's stressful, pun kind of intended, how quickly your stress can skyrocket. There we go. Here's enthusiasm. And that will be enough. There we go. I hope people come and actually buy, like, my potions. Like, my, sight enhancers, rather. This potion caught my eyes at the sight enhancer. Very nice. Okay, let's build rapport. Let's play Jingle, and then I can play Enthusiasm. And I save 1 patience. Oh. Oh boy. Oh, maybe I'll get Roxanne's, seal the deal. Oh, sleight of hand, rather. Okay. Yeah, good. Mask the bad trait. There we go. Okay. Excellent, good, brilliant, love money. Okay. Well, he's got, actually, I don't think there's a point in playing that. He's gonna gain a shield. Okay, let's just pump up. Thanks, Roxanne. I know she's got our back. I feel like if we get really desperate, she should teach us how to pickpocket people. Just in case. Sometimes you need a little side hustle. Okay. I'm gonna play Captivate here. And I'll take the 3% price increase, I guess. Not great, but whatever. One foot out the door. Come on, don't worry about it, Sylvia. Shake it off. Ugh. Wish I had put in those Luna cards. I almost want to just end it here, even though, like, it's not going to be a great price, but I don't want to eat all of this stress damage, so I think I'll just cut my losses. Oh, hi, Mint. Finally, a friendly face. Why are you going to deal stress damage to me? Like, girl, what did I ever do to you? These scenarios are what that compromise card is for. Yeah, I feel like maybe I should slip some of those into my deck. Of course, I get them both when I don't really need them. Again, I really don't want to take extra stress damage, so I might just cut my losses here. I mean, it hides the bad traits, so I want to see the Kraken skull. Oh, really? Why? Why? Oh, sweating bullets now. Kraken shouldn't have bones. I mean, don't tell that to the person who's obviously marketing it as such. Like, come see the Kraken skull. And it's cool bones, totally real. Ow, ow, ow. Oh, pain, agony, suffering. Time to shove in a bunch of Luna cards. Oh, I wanna play. Yeah, okay. This one normally costs 2, so I'm gonna play opening act. Okay, and then pump up, and then let's yell. Good, 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 good. Well, I'm not gonna take extra stress damage, so I can. Have I drawn? Okay, there's still a sleight of hand, so I could still maybe get the sleight of hand cards. So I'm gonna do that, I think, and if I don't, I'll just end the deal there. What do you mean the potion will expire? Well, I did not get it, but that's okay. Yeah, nothing I can do here. Let's just close the deal. You know what's really irritating is that a lot of the time at the grocery store, when I go to buy stuff, it'll turn out it'll have expired. And usually I'm pretty diligent about checking stuff, like bags of like spinach or produce, or just like bags of apples. I realized I bought one the other week and it was best before like the beginning of November. Or like yogurt and whatnot. But like whenever I forget to check, that's when it's something that's like very expired. And I'm like, come on. Do you not have anybody monitoring this? Okay. Give it here. Give it here. Thank you, little slime friends. Well, I think I am going to get my potions, get things brewing, and then turn in early again to reduce some stress, because, whew. Claire, if you're still here, did you wind up, you said that you did, like, a really effective build based around Luna's cards, right? You just take advantage of that sky-high stress and exploit it. Oh yes, throwing sight enhancers into Vendi. Thank you for reminding me. I will do that. There we go. Smells a little weird. Or, well, okay, no, it smells fine. It looks horrifying and tastes bad. Or maybe it makes you see things. But whatever. Good enough. So now it's just the stamina potion we have to worry about. But, again, it's... No, not Shadow Tonic. It's the ease. It's the ease hiccup that I'm suffering with. Because I can't seem to get anything with enough Magimins. Ugh. I don't know what I'm going to do about this. Let me just have... I keep forgetting. Greater Ice Tonic, Thunder Tonic. So that probably expires today, huh? I mean, I could try and make something else, but what else am I gonna do, really? You know, I haven't made like a greater health potion. Let's try and do it, just to see if I can. I don't want to use up all my good Magimins, though, but... A's and B's. A's and B's. Okay, and then what do I got? Oops, not you. No. No. Everything has weird other numbers in it. How annoying. Okay. There we go. I really need to get more kindling, but that's fine. Good enough, and then that'll be ready in the morning. Okay. I'll hold off on brewing stuff in there for now. Oh, you did. Okay, you did do the Luna deck. Like, it's almost tempting to try and exploit it just, you know, with the high stress, but it seems very risky biz, you know? Okay, let me put stuff in Vendi so I don't forget. Thank you, Bagtree. I'm glad someone's looking out for me because of how easily I get sidetracked. Nobody bought this. I'm so sad. Bunch of cheapskates. Whatever. Whatever. Yeah, good enough. Okay. Let's save. How are we doing on time? I think I could probably do one more day. Okay, let's end the day. If only they could see its value. Ha ha ha. Oh, he's still gone. I mean, it's fine. Oswald? Well, I mean, no, it's not. I mean, you did shackle Sylvia to some really crippling debt, but I mean, her uncle's a bird. Like, that's a good talking point at parties. I'm sure she could mention it to meet girls.
Another sunny day. Man, those weather witches are good.
Greetings, Sylvia. I love how her face lights up when he walks in, and then you just hear his theme, and you're like, all right, best boy is here. And please make no effort to sell me anything. I know very well the many merits of your potions. Today, however, I am not here to spend gold, but to tell you I am once again expanding my offerings.
I'm all ears.
Human ears are very prominent, that is true. But as for my news, from this day forth, in addition to cauldrons, I shall offer for sale aging barrels. Placing a potion in such a barrel will assuredly elevate its quality, and, thus, its selling price. It means delaying gratification for yourself and your eager customers. But as the saying goes, great things come to those who shop with Muktuk.
You know, I've never actually said that, but I'm gonna start. An aging barrel could definitely come in handy on those occasions when I'm not rushing to get a potion immediately from cauldron to shelf.
I knew you would see the wisdom in this. Come and visit me when you are ready to begin. If you can supply the materials, I shall provide the rest. And Sylvia, good luck, yes? This Boss Finn makes the hairs of my mustache stand on end. It would be good, I think, for you to trounce him. Thank you, Muktuk. So where are his ears? Also, do you think beneath the mittens, does he have fins or articulate fingers? I mean, clearly he's got thumbs at least. Wow, R.I.P. Owl. Owl is gone and people have noticed? Speculation that Sylvia's beloved pet has died has made her more interesting in the eyes of the public. Oh. Okay. Bourbon Barrel Aged Sight Enhancer. It's hard not to say bourbon. But if I say bourbon, I will have tomatoes thrown at my head. The Labyrinth of Mirrors. A series of tremors has carved out a jagged, maze-like ravine, shattering the land and unleashing new horrors amidst the glittering gemstone spires. Increased value for health potions. Oh, it's like I knew. Festival of the Itinerant Star. Every 13 years, Harbinger's Comet lights up the night sky in its endless circuit of the cosmos, and it's greeted as an opportunity to shed regrets. So more sympathy deep. I wonder if they don't stack, I'm sure. I don't know how they can stack, but... Pinniped ears are usually on the side of their heads, just as a whole. Oh, sorry, I was reading this halfway through the week, is what Oswald would say. Sorry. Pinniped ears are usually on the side of their heads, just a hole so there isn't a loss of aerodynamics. That would make sense. Muktuk does have to go fast, I'm sure. Okay. Oh, okay. Only 5% though, but I mean, I guess if it's a really valuable potion, that's not nothing. Presumably we could upgrade this? I don't know. I'll have to like remove it if it'll let me. And then see if I can't get Muktuk to upgrade it. Sea lions and fur seals have a little protective flap over the ear hole. Walruses and other seals don't. Oh, I didn't know that. I wonder why sea lions and such have the flap, but walruses and other seals do not. That's interesting. I always find myself when I learn a cool fact about animal biology or physiology, I always find myself wondering how it came about. I'm a very curious little lady. I cannot help it. Okay, so really need to try and get better ease. Petrification cures are just not happening until I get better ease. Oh yeah, the aging barrel prepping potions for the tourney, actually. That's not a bad idea. If it'll be ready before the tournament. It should be. I think it's only like a certain number of time slots and not days. Okay. Thinking here. Is there anything else I want to make right now? I could make more health potions and then just go out and buy some more ingredients. I mean, just take advantage of the fact that they're worth more. And I mean, I have all this money. Let's do it. Wait, it's just that it's one off. That's annoying. That's annoying. Can I fix this somehow? Like if I take off that and then I put in another one. And then, no, I don't have any that's only... Oh well. That's really annoying. Oh, that's annoying me. Can I just like cut the bottom off the radish or something? Oh well. I wonder if I can just plunk something else in just so I get another one. I just plunk in another one of these and then another A, I guess. Okay, well I get 3 of them, so that'll do. I gotta buy more kindling. Must remember buy more kindling. Okay, let's brew this. Oh, my slimes. I gotta check on my slimes. Owls' ear apertures are asymmetrical. One is higher than the other. This lets them localize sounds more accurately on the vertical axis as well as the regular side-to-side that other animals can do. That would make sense then, since they're essentially searching for prey in 3 dimensions. That's really cool. Thank you. I am always up for learning cool animal intel and am very appreciative of people sharing it with me. God, I love their faces and the noises they make. It's so cute. Wah. 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 Okay, sorry. Sorry, I had to get that out of my system. Owls are just a solid mess under all that fluff. Never look. They move in 3D and they can hear in 3D. Actually, let me have a look at my aging barrel. The flat face is also useful for acoustics, but you forget how it works exactly. See, I love this stuff. Again, I love... Did I always have 2? Aged, no potion. Why does it sound like none pizza left beef? None aged, no potion. Well, I could plunk these in. It's only a 5% increase. Man. Oh well. Oh, you can only do, okay, one type. I see, I see. So I guess I can just do it for, like, contest potions. Oak-aged Thunder Tonic. Very fancy. I'll just keep one just in case. I don't know, I'm paranoid. I'm paranoid. I'm not in a rush, so 6 slots is fine, I think. Let me... Yeah, that should be fine. The feathers are... Oh. Their skull isn't flat. Their skull is just the size of a regular meat-eating bird. The feathers are just built out to make a flat surface. Owls have puffy cheeks. Their bodies are shaped like a biological Swiss Army knife. I love bird facts. Okay, let's... I'm gonna save. Got skeletons that look like a weird kitchen utensil. Another cursed bird skeleton fact is that penguins have so many neck vertebrae. They look like they don't have a neck, but they're actually mostly neck. Oh my god, that's incredible. I need to look up a picture of a penguin skull, or not a, well, not a skull, a penguin skeleton after this, because that's fascinating. I never really stopped to think about what they look like under all that fluff. You know, I never sent Baptiste out for ingredients the other day. I guess I was too stingy with my money. Ogre's Shadow? How do you bottle that? I mean, okay. Creeping Mildew. I think I could get this cheaper from Quinn. I don't remember. Bullion Blowfish. It looks so sad. A nomadic fish that travels the air currents from one lake to the next. I love to just look out and just see like a cloud of these just floating by. Give me that rare ingredient bonus. Yeah, hack the ecosystem. Hack the ecosystem. Okay. Let's give Fancy Boy a gift. There you go. For you. I am. Thanks. You know, it's like both funny and worrisome to me at the same time. It's like, you ever see videos of penguins pushing each other off stuff? Like, just off ledges and whatnot, both in the wild and in zoos. And like, my instinct is like, oh my god, that poor bird, you're okay, but I mean, of course they're fine. They're mostly fat and feathers, because how else would they survive the extreme cold? They just get up and waddle away like nothing has happened. You looked it up. Penguin's bones look like an owl turned halfway into a turtle. Okay, you know, I'm gonna look at this really quick. I'm not gonna share this, anything I find on stream, just in case you may find yourself uncomfortable seeing the skeleton of a penguin. But if you are comfortable seeing the skeleton of a penguin, go look it up. Whoa, that it is a lot of neck. Wow. Yeah, just looking at a penguin skeleton next to a model of the actual penguin. Yeah, penguins are mostly neck, so I guess that's just a lot of fat and tissue just around sort of, I guess, their neck, just to keep them safe. Just in case you may find yourself living in a shotgun shack. I mean, Quinn is halfway there. And you may find yourself in another part of the world. You know, I've mentioned before how coworkers will play music at work on the Bluetooth speaker. And I had one coworker who would sometimes play the Talking Heads, but they have since left, and I'm very sad about that. I forget what song was playing. I don't remember if it was... I don't think... It might have been Once in a Lifetime, but it might also be like This Must Be the Place. It was some Talking Head song. But I started talking to them about it. I'm like, oh yeah, Talking Heads, good taste. And they're like, thanks. Yeah, every time I think about them, I had a friend in high school who heard them and said, this sounds like silly guy music. And now I always think of the Talking Heads as silly guy music, and I thought they were so right. The Talking Heads is silly guy music. Fayberries are just cheap gifts. I get another one of these for Baptiste too. I just wish I had more E's available. Like, I'm still concerned that I'm not gonna be able to get enough E's in time. Because I'm not getting E's, and I mean, I could send, I guess, the adventurers out to get stuff, but it's kind of a crapshoot what they bring back, and just the expense of giving them potions. But I guess I can't just rely on Baptiste and hope that he gives me something useful. Yeah, I'm gonna take some slime. Silly guy music is one of your favorite genres. Would you classify They Might Be Giants as silly guy music? I feel like I would. These cost the same and have the same measurement amount, but shrooms, I guess, make you hear things, but they taste good. Is there anything else I want to get? Yeah, I think I'm okay for now. Hang on, slime. There you go. Oh, right, my friends in crime, too. I gotta give some stuff to the kitties. Okay, cats. Neil Cicerega, also Silly Guy music. I have played some of his mouth albums at work. And there's something about, like, when people aren't expecting his music. Like, if you've not heard Neil Cicerega's stuff, mouth sounds, mouth moods, mouth dreams, he does these wild mashups of songs that they shouldn't work together, and yet he makes them work. There's a lot of audio fine-tuning present, I think, to make them work and ensure things are in the right key. Oh, we can rank up with the cats. I'm ranking up with the cats. I can't not rank up with the cats.
Hey, so we set some eels aside for a special occasion. And we were just about to put them to use. You want in?
Put them to use? You mean eat them?
What? No! You don't want to eat them. We got plans for these slimy things. Big plans.
Salt ate one.
So I got a bit peckish and thought I deserved a treat. We've still got plenty to work with, don't worry. Come on, Sylvia. You want to be a blood brother, you've got to do this run with us. Alright, here's the deal. There are some people around town who are on our list. And those people are going to wonder why their homes suddenly smell like rotting eel. You follow? We've got to sneak into their homes, stash an eel somewhere, and get out without getting seen.
Have you been talking to Quinn? Because I feel like this is something Quinn would engineer. Or Quinn would hear this plan and they'd be like, oh damn, that's good. Sylvia's just doing crime with like everybody.
I can do that. I'm sneaky. And if I do get spotted, I can handle myself in a fight. Whoa there, Tiger. We don't need any altercations. Stealth is key. But if you want to take the first house, be our guest.
Visualize success, Sylvia.
Alright, here goes. Don't worry any, Pepper. I'm sure she's got this. And if she gets caught, we never met her, right? Uh-oh. Looks like the window's locked.
But look, Salt. She's noticed the chimney.
If she tries to climb up there, she's definitely falling to her death. Wait, she's got her flying broom with her. Where was she keeping that thing? Mission accomplished.
Nicely done, Sylvia.
Yeah, flying up and dropping the eel down the chimney? That was an inspired move. Personally, I'm not shy about breaking a window, but your way worked too. We can take it from here. I know you're due back at your shop.
No, the shop can wait. I'm ready for more eel crimes. The keys to Silly Guy music are both the lyrics are friggin' bizarre, and the music is technically very sophisticated. That's it exactly, I think, and why They Might Be Giants, The Talking Heads, and Neil Cicerega are all Silly Guy music. Pepper barely talks and everything he says is amazing. I concur.
The shop can wait. I don't really want to miss any of this. Look, Pepper, someone's developing a taste for mischief.
Mischief is delicious.
Unfortunately, eels are delicious too. We sort of got into the sack while you were otherwise occupied. No more eels, no more vengeance. But at least we made that one count.
Please accept this token of our appreciation. Oh yeah.
Nice! Very nice. Running with us comes with rewards. Now get out of here. And you might want to hurry. I'm gonna start burping up eel any minute.
Why would you eat rotten eel? I mean cats. Cosmo just walked by. He knows. Meow, 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 meow. Okay, what do you folks think? Little, medium, big. I'm gonna take a drink of water because my throat's a little dry. But someone give me a suggestion. Go big and go home. I like the way you think. I concur. Let's do it. Give me the kitty loot box. Ocean Coast Wall. Griffin's Whetstone Diamond. Did I need this to upgrade a cauldron? I don't remember. Phantom Palm. Malachite Ore. Jeweled Scarab. Watchdog Daisy. No, this is a Pokemon.
You didn't get it from us, understand?
Every time I see something with, like, bizarre biology, I'm just like, that's a Pokemon, and I want it on my team. I'm not going to talk any details about Violet, but I've been changing up my Pokemon a lot, I think, because since you can access your boxes anywhere, it's convenient to just swap stuff in and try Pokemon out. And I appreciate that. I used to stick with more or less like the same team. Maybe I'd have like 7 or 8 that I'd train up and I'd maybe switch in a couple. But I appreciate having more freedom to switch my Pokemon around willy-nilly. Trying to decide if Bare Naked Ladies is silly guy music. Lyrically, they're absolutely there, but you don't know if they're on that level in terms of out there production choices. All the songs I can think of theirs kind of annoy me. I don't know, I only know a couple, but... What about, oh my god, the B-52s. Did the B-52s count? Although there's only one guy. Silly guy and gals music. Weird Al is silly guy music, yeah? See, you say you'll put it to excellent use, and I believe you. Muktuk is gonna make like a cool sculpture out of that. Let me actually... Okay, no, it's Fulgurite ore that I needed. Boo. Okay, so I can't actually upgrade the cauldron. Well, that's beans. Yes and yes. Okay, so B-52s and Weird Al count. Mushroom Barrel. Oh, that's cute. By 7, huh? Gotta buy more kindling. That's right, I can't go broke. I need kindling. Cactus Barrel. So I guess there's no difference between the mushroom and the cactus barrel. It's just a matter of, like, aesthetic. Coral Barrel. Cocoon Barrel. Vines Barrel. Frost Kindling. Prismatic Timber Barrel. Fancy. Maybe at some point I should, like, upgrade my shelves, too, I guess. Although I think I need to... a 50% price increase is pretty good. I think I need to, like, just upgrade the shop itself first, though. I'm trying to think of other silly guy music, but I'm, like, so distracted by Muktuk's theme. Which, in a way, almost feels like silly guy music. Not quite. You know, there's no lyrics beyond the cool chanting, but... Okay. It's a lot of cocoons. Oh, sorry, I was reading this backwards. I'm like, wow, 99 cocoons in stock. Wait. No, that is the opposite. That is completely the opposite. Let me get some more logs. Oh. Killing me. You're killing me, Saffron. Whatever. I don't have more roots, do I? I mean, close enough. Oh. I guess flower's a little different than plant, huh? Whatever. Good enough. Yes, I know I'm not giving people gifts evenly. I keep forgetting Mint. I'm sorry, Mint. I feel like maybe it's because her cards aren't as... I was gonna say highballing. I don't know if that's the word I want. But they're more defensive. And I prefer going on the offensive, like with Muktuk, and yelling at people. I should give Mint a gift, though. I like Mint. A flower is just an executed plant. I mean, Yeah, I suppose if it's plucked. Mint just also liked plants. Well, no such thing as a bad present, huh? Yeah, I just thought of something. Hang on. Mint enjoys a plant, but flowers are not plants. They're completely separate. Do I? Because I feel like... Would it be weird if I gave Luna an insect? Well, I don't want to because that's a precious E-resource. And that's also just expensive. I have to get more from Quinn. But I'm just thinking about like how in Animal Crossing, I have a frog villager on my island. And I gave him a frog that I caught from a pond that he just keeps in his house. And also one time I talked to him about it and he's like eyeballing it and saying he wants to eat it. Is that cannibalism? I don't know. Like what? Hello, Corsac. Why? Oh, that's right. I sent you on an adventure. And I totally forgot about you. Oh, 7 hundo for this garden slime. Ooh. I don't even really like want to give him a gift or anything. But what do you like? Do you like flowers, Corsac? Okay, he does. Oh, and I can rank, I guess. I mean, I do want to open the shop, but I want more cards. Flower enjoyer. I mean, I figured as much. Okay, yeah, sure. Let's rank up so I can get another card. You can stay.
Gee, thanks.
I feel touched. Was just about to do some birdhouse construction. You any good with tools?
Corsac doesn't wait for an answer. He hands over a small hammer and sets to work on his construction project. Occasionally, Corsac will grunt to indicate that Sylvia should hammer a nail while he holds wooden boards in place. So, this is pretty fun, right? Right. Cool. In just a short time, they've constructed a small four-sided box with a circular entrances in each wall and a sloping roof. That's a pretty solid birdhouse.
What, this? This is just the foyer.
You know, that's the most you said to me since I got here. You're not much of a talker, are you?
Do you think he would pronounce it foyer, or would he say foyer? I mean, he's a hipster. I suppose I'm out of practice. Been a while since I spent much time in the company of human beings.
Really? Because people seemed to be flocking to you when you were selling potions. I sort of had the impression you'd amassed some fans. Maybe even some groupies?
Seemed to have scared them off. They kept coming around with something like hunger in their eyes. Started to feel like I was on the menu. So I spritzed them with some urine from a saber-toothed cantaloupe? I thought that said cantaloupe. And I'm like, oh yes, this is a weird hybrid. No, it's saber-toothed cantaloupe. Very pungent stuff, that urine.
Oof. Yeah, that's one way to chase people off. But that hunger you saw, were they maybe just eager to befriend you?
Not sure I'm looking for friends. Been a long time since I ran with a pack. Don't mind you being here and helping out with the birdhouse, but I'm not sure I've got much to offer when it comes to socializing. I don't want to pick the flirty option with Corsac. He doesn't interest me.
I doubt that's true. You obviously lead an interesting life. So tell me about it. What have you been up to?
Well, today I started working on a birdhouse.
Right, I was here for that part, remember?
I don't mean to be obtuse, Sylvia, and I do recognize when I'm being awkward. But despite what you may think, chit-chat isn't as natural as all that. When you're up against a cornered animal, it isn't so hard to know what that animal's gonna do. Talking's different. People zig when you think they'll zag. They ask you questions already knowing what answers they want to hear. It's more complicated than anything I encounter out in the wilderness. Okay, now I feel bad. Awkward solidarity. Move, zig. Move every zig. You can also feed the slimes junk after they're set for additional stuff. Don't you have to feed them like a lot of junk though?
People are messy. You're right about that. But you'll get the hang of it. After all, you're people too.
Homo sapiens, to be exact. At any rate, I shouldn't complain. This is a new situation I'm in, sure. But adaptability? That's what I do. You've got to be nimble on your feet if you want to survive a hostile setting. I don't like the way you're pointing at me. I feel threatened.
A hostile setting. Like retail.
You're an odd one, Sylvia. I don't mind it, though. Especially since you're helping out with this birdhouse. Let's get the East Wing started next. That's where the water slide will go.
Can I be a bird and live in this house?
Oh, it's actually a pretty modest amount, huh? No, I feel bad. The whole, feeling really awkward around people and trying to figure out what they want. It's just, it's this facial hair. My God, I hate this facial hair. Ugh. I already gave Mint a gift. I guess... Did I give Roxanne a gift? Make good choices, awkwardly tips hat. Improvise, adapt, overcome. Okay, no, I already gave her a gift. And when all else fails, squirrel. Yeah, you know all about coming on too strong, Roxanne. You were on the way to construction. That explains why he had so much urine on hands. Okay, I do want to open this shop to take advantage of these health potions. I should have... Well, I was going to see if I could have Saffron construct more shelf space for us, but, I mean, with what money? Okay. Smells a little weird. Yeah, let's take advantage of how everyone thinks Owl is dead. Okay, so I'm not gonna be able to... I mean, I could make more and then just put them in Vendy. And it's A's and E's, so I just won't use my bestest A's, I guess. Probably should get some more A's at some point, though. Yeah, because the Krakens are my good A's, so I should be careful about using too many of those. I haven't used this yet. Make the potion smell nice. I should have given this to Luna. I want to know. I want to know what happens if you give her... Like, I don't know if she'll react, but I'm just thinking about Jeremiah, my Animal Crossing frog, and giving him a real frog. And then him being like, I want to eat this. And like, I'm worried about you, buddy. Doesn't really do me any good, does it? No. Well, it's only 2, though. I should funnel more things in. I just don't want to use up all my good stuff. But I feel like that ship has sailed. Okay. Buy more A's, buy more A's, buy more A's. I don't have like an 8, do I? Got a 12, that's not good enough. 6. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Whatever. Good enough. I'll just put enough kindling in so I can have it before the day's up. Are these all... This is 2, this is 3, so... Yeah, have it so I can put it in venti. Okay, let's brew. Okay. There's a little owl in each potion. And then shed a single tear. You should pay 900 gold for this potion. It's what Owl would have wanted. I mean, maybe she should... Oh, this is not where I wanted to go. She should play up the angle of the whole. Like, I'm, you know, here in Rafta all alone after my uncle died and left me with crippling debt. I need to put this on the Meyer shelf. The Misery Meyer shelf. Oh wait, no, Greater and Grand. What am I doing? I'm getting them mixed up. Getting my Graders and Grands mixed up. Okay, Heck Adventures. I'm here to make money. Okay, perfect. And I'll just put those in Venti too. Okay. Let me have a look at my deck here too. So what is... Okay, so using Adapt changes it to deal 12 interest. I feel like I'm gonna get rid of one of these. Oh, maybe it stacks. I don't know. Thinking. Okay, so there's compromise. Maybe I'll put one of those in there just in case something goes horribly wrong. Maybe I'll take out Subvert. Because I feel like I get it when they don't have buffs. Okay, let's see how this works out. Let's save. I'm gonna open the shop. Hopefully my stress doesn't get kicked up to silly levels again. But for now, we're okay. We're okay. So I don't need the Luna cards yet. Do I have... Okay, these are good to go. I guess I'll put some stuff in here in the meantime. A and D, was this? No, B and E, A and E, okay, A and E. So that's not going to help me, boo. Yeah, I guess it's just these, just because, like, it's just 40 Magimins, and that's a lot, and that's what I need. 16, 48. B and E from the cats. I can't use any E's, though, because I don't have the appropriately colored slime, but... Oh yeah, it's got an A in it though. That's the problem. That also has an A in it. Oh, I mean, there's this, but the amount of Magimins is not high enough, I think, to make it worth my while. Ooh, frustrating. Well, I guess just acid rutabaga because I need those numbers. Okay. Now, open the shop. Boy, it's getting late. I might open the shop and then call it an evening after. Plus, you know, don't want to get roped into a cutscene for the next time. Uh-huh. So nice to not just pick 3 stress cards immediately. Cosmo says hello, by the way. He just, ran by. I'm just gonna... Do I want to play all of these? Yeah. Okay. He says Mao. But I don't think you'd be able to hear it. He was kind of far away. Okay. If I had more turns available, but I'm gonna use Captivate instead. I think I'm gonna risk it and see if I can't play more on my next turn. If you have stage fright, why are you an entertainer? Oh, I can't make good on these, alas. If only. Alright, we'll just have to close the deal. I think you also don't have to wear your jester outfit all the time, but what do I know? What are you wearing under that hat? Like a headband? That whole outfit is a lot. Okay, let's see. Oh boy, well, they've already got sympathy, so well, if it's opener, it also costs 1 sympathy less. Okay. It's their normal outfit. You should see their actual jester outfit. You got me there. All the world's a stage. That's true. Oh no, it's happening. Oh boy. Ugh. Ugh. Oof, arg. Okay, well, time to yell. And then just close. Cosmo just ran by again. Thought you should all know. He's having silly time. Oh, Saffron! Hello!
Don't believe what they say about lightning.
Okay. Grow exceptionally tall trees. Grand Thunder Tonic. I could probably spare a couple from the barrel. I think they have negative traits, but if I recall correctly, you can use Roxanne's enhancers to trick them for your custom orders. I don't remember if you can have 2 active at the same time, though. But that's what Save Scumming's for.
You have my gratitude. And that's not all. I've had my eye out for something like this.
Alright. Cosmo was late to work. What's his job? Staring at me? Sitting on me? So I was working on my laptop a little before the stream. And is she gonna... Okay. I'm just thinking... Okay, so I might want that shield up. I was sitting on my stomach, working on my laptop before the stream, and Cosmo came to sit on my back. He just went by again. He's been enjoying sitting on the small of my back lately. But then I had to get up to, you know, prep the stream and all that. And I said, okay, I'm getting up now. You gotta scoot. And, you know, he doesn't want to move. So I sort of gently sit up in that kind of yoga pose, you know, where you're on your hands and knees, trying to gently dislodge him from my back. And he's still sitting there, unwilling to move. And then I'm like, I'm trying to like just gently tilt my back so he gets the hint and removes himself. But then he just digs in his claws. So he's like, no, I'm comfy. I'm not going anywhere. Oh, let's end the turn. Cat business. Aren't we in this together? Don't flirt with me. Okay. There is enthusiasm. Thank God for enthusiasm. Beautiful. And I don't think I have anything that will raise it high. Yeah, no. This is one short. I'm one short. So we'll have to close the deal. And he just went by again. Sorry for all the Cosmo updates. It's just, you know. I can't help it. Like, Bagtree can attest. Well, that's not helpful. Bagtree can attest that Like, whenever I see a dog go by, even if I'm mid-conversation with someone, there's just a part of my brain that's like, dog, look at the dog. Everybody has to stop and look at the dog. Wow, then go back to your own store and sell them, you jerk. Okay, let's build rapport. Pump up. Yell. Okay, I mean, that was a lot. Animal updates are important. I concur. I could make this myself if I had more time. So you're like those annoying customers that are like, oh, you know, why is this taking so long? You know, it shouldn't take that long to make coffee. And like, you want to come back here and do it yourself? Okay. Have fun. I feel like the average customer could not handle what baristas at a busy store go through without just crying. Okay, there we go. Maxed it out. Roxanne's sleight of hand, saving the day. Jolene is laying on the floor giving you a slightly disapproving look. It's because we're talking about other cats that aren't Jolene. Boy, your color is so festive. Every time I see it, I think of Holly. Sure. Jingle and enthusiasm. Okay. Then I'm taking more stress damage. Working at pharmacy must be nice because you can call the cops if a customer ever says that. I could just go behind there and dispense my own medication. I guess this would be a good opportunity to use compromise. This I don't think is going to do me any favors. Except, oh, man, it's like one... Oh... I feel like it'd be better just to use this and then sleight of hand. Well, it still raises it to the next one, and then I can play sleight of hand, so it's not nothing. It's not great, but it's not nothing.
Cats, what are you standing around for? The crew needs a pick-me-up. Something like this.
I don't know if these are animal safe, but all cards cost 1 patience more. Wonderful. Let's do that. And yell. You know, because cats love it when you raise your voice at them. That's definitely a good technique. Is that what you think selling is? Like, you just buy, sell, high, low. Oh, expensive. And they're also about to run out of patience, so I might just play compromise again. That works.
Quarter mastery!
I got a Chivo pocket money. Okay. Thanks, Baptiste, and your adorable, non-threatening card art. Cool, and I got some money from Vendi. I love that I'm actually turning a profit. Okay, I do need to call it an evening, but let me just have a look at my cauldrons and stuff real quick. Okay, so these... One more slot. Dang, I did not... I thought, oh, 3 slots, it'll be done here. Not this also needs to expire. Oh, well. Meh, that's fine. His card art is just doofy fox smiles. He must be shoved. I love all the characters in this game. They're all ridiculous. And yet they have more depth than one might initially think. And the artwork, again, is just so dang cute. I can't get over how dang cute it is. Well, I can't use that cauldron. I guess I could age something. What do I got? I mean, I could age these, I guess. Maybe try and squeeze a little more profit out of them. And then I'll just... Look. Can I not? Okay, so it's just 6. You can't speed it up. Okay, okay. That should be fine. Okay, let's age. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone. It is such a treat to stream such a charming game with an audience that I must say is very patient with how distractible I can get, and I really appreciate the nudges to like, hey Morri, don't forget to do this thing, because I'll say I want to do something and then I get distracted. I love magpie brain. Ugh. That's been my problem playing Pokemon too. Like, I should fight this gym, but then I get distracted and just run up 30 miles off into the distance. Like, ooh, what's this way? Anywho, have a wonderful evening, everyone. I will be streaming more Prodigal on Friday, and then Saturday, Christmas Eve, I'll be streaming the Dicey Dungeons Christmas mod again, since it's been updated. And I thought that was a fun stream to do last year. Let's do it again this year. Why not? In the meantime, please stay safe, stay healthy, have a wonderful evening, and I will catch you next time. Bye-bye.